Hello everybody. For those of you that are new, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to any new subscribers. Thank you very much. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell. Like, share, thumbs up, comment, of course. So, continuing along our lines with President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or FDR, we are on part 3. And so far I have like 24 pages and I'm only up to 1941, so the end of his second term, and I'm at like the next part that I write I think is going to be part 5. So I got part 3 and part 4 written down. Yeah, so I got part 5 to do, part 5 and part 6. So let's just keep going. So we're into 1937 now. So January 20th, FDR is inaugurated for his second term. He promises to continue returning the nation to economic health. And he says in his inaugural address, "I see 1/3 of a nation ill-housed, ill-clad, ill-nourished." So he's trying to turn the country around. February 5th, FDR sends a court-packing scheme to Congress. The bill calls for reorganization of federal judiciary system, making it more efficient at all levels. He adds 6 justices to the court if any members over 70 refuse to retire. Within 1 month, the Supreme Court Retirement Act passes. There's a lot in this one. And he allows justices to retire at 70 with full pay. March 1st, United Steelworkers. The CIO head, John L. Lewis, reorganizes the United Steelworkers as a legitimate bargaining authority for the workforce. Other major steel companies follow suit over several years. March 26th, William H. Hastie becomes the first black federal judge. And again, I mean no disrespect to any nationality. March 29th, Coast Hotel versus Parrish. Overturning the 1923 Adkins versus Children's Hospital, the Supreme Court upholds constitutionality of minimum wage for women. Try saying that word 5 times fast. April 12th, the Supreme Court findings. With a 5-4 margin, the National Labor Relations Act is found to be constitutional. The following month, the court upholds legality of the Social Security Act as well. May 1st, FDR signs the Third Neutrality Act. It extends the act for another year, prohibitions against exporting arms and munitions. The cash and carry law requires belligerents to pay cash for some non-military goods from the U.S. It provides transport on their own ships. May 6th, the Hindenburg. The German dirigible crashes and explodes on the maiden journey outside Lakehurst, New Jersey, and it kills 36. There is actually a video on YouTube. I may link it down below in my description, and please make sure you're reading my descriptions too, because I do put information in there as well. It's an actual video of the Hindenburg as it was landing. They think it caught on like an electrical pole or something, and it lit the whole thing on fire because it was made of paper, I think. June 22nd, boxer Joe Louis. He becomes the world heavyweight champion, knocking out James J. Braddock in the 8th round. He is the second African American to win this title and stays the champion until his retirement in 1949. July 2nd, Amelia Earhart vanishes. Flying over the Pacific Ocean, attempting to fly around the world, the radio contact with her is lost. There has been no trace of her or the plane. No trace of her or the plane was ever found, even to this day. Although I do remember seeing a documentary about her, and they did find on some island somewhere like a women's makeup bag kind of thing with like a compact and a hairbrush and stuff like that they think may have belonged to her. but they couldn't prove that. So she still has never been found. July 22nd, Congress passes the Bankhead Jones Foreign Tenancy Act. No, let's see. Farm Tenancy Act, sorry. It establishes the Farm Securities Administration, or the FSA. It provides low-interest loans to struggling farmers. August 12th, FDR appoints Hugo L. Black. He's a liberal senator from Alabama to the Supreme Court. He takes over for Justice Willis Van Devant, who retired. The senator supported the New Deal. September 2nd, Congress passes the National Housing Act. The bill establishes the U.S. Housing Authority, which was charged with administering loans for rural and urban home construction. December 11th, international relations sour with Italy. Italy leaves the League of Nations after the war with Ethiopia. The next day, Japanese Air Force attack a U.S. gunboat, Panay, in the Yangtze River in China. 1938, January 3rd, the State of the Union. FDR continues focusing on the nation's continuing economic and social problems. I didn't write that right. Hopefully you understood that. He cites necessity to build up the Navy and the armed forces. Congress agrees 5 months later and gives more than $1 billion over 10 years. February 16th, FDR signs the Agricultural Adjustment Act. It's the second Agricultural Adjustment Act. The administration establishes the Federal Crop Insurance Corporation, which accepts wheat as payment for the insurance. March 13th, German troops move into Austria. So now we're getting into World War II a little bit. Allegedly, to bring order to the country, Hitler ends up fusing Austria with Germany. Please do not criticize me for butchering these names. Anschluss describes annexation as peaceful. It's spelled Anschluss. March 18th, Mexico nationalizes oil. So all oil properties to the U.S. and other foreign-owned companies. May 26th, the House of Representatives form a committee to do an investigation on un-American activities. It is headed by Martin, I think it's pronounced Dies or Dies, D-I-E-S, of Texas. It investigates all, again, I don't know how to pronounce some of these words because they had like little things over some of the letters. Group soon, but there's like a little dash over one of the O's, of right and left of political spectrumodoomed un-American, and again another little dash over the O between the M and the D. May 27th, Congress passes the Revenue Act of 1938. FDR vetoed it, but Congress passed it. It reduces corporation income taxes to stimulate the economy. June 22nd, Congress continues on acting policies, enlarging the federal government's role in regulating commerce and industry. It passes the Chandler Act, amending the 1898 Federal Bankruptcy Act, which the procedures under Chapter 9 to avoid liquidation and settle debts. The Civil Aeronautics Act targets expanding civilian air traffic industry. Pilots are licensed, standardizing rules, airways, and equipment for flight. The Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act replaces legislation, stricter regulation of ingredient disclosure, misbranding, and false advertising, which I know I talked about in a previous president, and I don't remember which one it was. June 25th, FDR signs the Fair Labor Standards Act, raising the minimum wage and setting maximum work week to 40 hours for interstate commerce. So that happened during FDR's time. September 27th, private messages to leaders. It goes to Britain, France, Germany, and Czechoslovakia. Now, back then, it wasn't the Czech Republic and Slovakia. It was actually, both countries were part of Czechoslovakia. So for those of you that didn't know. urging that they find a peaceful settlement to the growing crisis over Sudetenland. It's inhabited by Germans motivated by Hitler. September 30th, Munich Conference. The British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain and French Prime Minister Edward Daladier agreed to allow Germany to annex the Sudetenland. Cannot pronounce that. Upon return to England, Chamberlain states that the Munich Pact guarantees peace in our time. Now, yesterday I was watching Princess Diaries, and there was a quote in there that I wanted to put in here because I don't know if it's in a later key event or not, but the quote is, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," and Eleanor Roosevelt said that, so that's why I felt it necessary to inform you of that. So think about that when people start putting you down. October 30th, War of the Worlds. No, not the Tom Cruise movie. Orson Welles' radio play airs. It creates panic with listeners, and a lot of people committed suicide. I remember hearing part of it where people turned on the radio late, so they missed the little disclaimer at the beginning saying it was just fake. So a lot of people thought we were being invaded by aliens. November 14th, Hugh Wilson called back to the U.S. He was American ambassador to Germany for the report and consultation on anti-Jewish activities in Germany. 4 days later, the German ambassador was also called back to the U.S. December 13th, the WPA announcement. The number of Americans receiving federal relief had dropped to 2.1 million, down from 3.2 million from the previous year. So people are starting to get back on their feet and not relying so much on the government to take care of them, which people today would do that. So that is part 3. Part 4 will come tomorrow with the beginning of 1939. We're not quite to the part of the newspaper yet, so I do have it sitting over on the box over there. That'll be in part 5, actually, because I'm doing 2 years at a time, so 39 and 40, and then 41 and 42, so that's when the next newspaper will come into play. Star Shadow, I did get your comment about, I think it was during Herbert Hoover's video, asking what the unemployment is now. I will go ahead and research that, and I will get back to you in the comment section of that video, so make sure that you check back. You should get a notification that I've responded to you. So I will look that up and respond back to you on that. So I'm not sure. I'll probably do another video tomorrow. Silver Mist and Sea Dog will be here, as well as their cousin, I believe Brandy, will be here. I don't know if I'm going to have any of them be a part of the video, but that'll be part 4 for FDR. It's going to be kind of cold tomorrow, so I'm not going to go door dashing tomorrow. I would have gone today, but the winds are like going to be up to like 50 miles an hour, and I didn't feel like being blown off the highway. So starting Thursday, I can get back into that again. So I kind of feel, I mean, I don't know how much time I have left, but I kind of feel like I'm doing these videos for myself, because I'm noticing not a lot of people are watching them. Even fewer are commenting on them. So hopefully, maybe in weeks and months and years to come, people will actually watch this, so people will be like, what do you mean? There's a lot of views on here. Right now, it is the end of March of 2021, and I'm just not getting a lot of views. I've got 43 subscribers, but not a lot of views. And I know people are kind of busy and stuff like that, but it would be nice if I could get people to watch my videos. So I'm thinking of uploading them onto my Facebook, which I have not transferred over yet to my Chloe name. I've still got to do some thinking about how to do that. So anyway, for those of you that are watching, I know Star Shadow and John, you're about the only 2 that I do see that are watching. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. If you guys can get the word out to other people to watch my videos, I'd really, really appreciate it. It does help. Watch hours, liking, commenting, those things all help me. And also sharing them so I can get more subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, then I can get monetized. So not that that's what I'm here to do this for, and I know that when you first get monetized you're making pennies on the dollar, but it just helps to see my subscriber count go up. And maybe you guys are getting tired of these presidential highlight videos, I don't know. But in any case, before I run out of time, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Hope you guys are enjoying your spring. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. And we will see you guys on the next one. Have a sunny day.